Gemini may begins by bringing a very strong energy connected to the people around you and the way you absorb what happens to them. There is someone, or even more than one person, who is not well where they are. It may be someone you know, someone close, someone who is not necessarily family, but someone who somehow crosses your routine and your energy. This person wants change. They want to leave where they are. They want to go somewhere else. They want to reorganize their life. It may be moving houses, changing cities, changing jobs, emotional change, or simply that feeling that the current place no longer fits, and this reaches you. You will notice it, you will hear about it, you will feel it. In some cases, this may also involve rent, properties, people trying to rent a house, leave a house, solve issues connected to property and changes of space. Especially if you are involved with someone who owns rental properties, this energy appears even stronger. But the main point here is not the property itself. It is the restlessness. It is the desire these people have to begin again, to leave a reality that no longer feels good. And spirituality shows something important. You will be a point of comfort, not necessarily someone who solves everything, but someone who welcomes a word from you, a piece of guidance, a simple conversation, a small piece of advice. All of that will carry much more weight than you imagine, because sometimes someone does not need you to solve their life. They only need to feel they are not alone, and you will be that presence. Here, the moon card speaks exactly about that, sensitivity. You will notice what is happening even before explanations arrive. You will feel it, you will capture it, you will understand it, and that will matter. Now, there is another very strong theme that already appears from the beginning of your reading, health. And here, the energy asks for attention. Not necessarily with you directly, but with people close to you, environments and situations that put you on alert. It may be someone sick, someone with a health issue. It may be concern about contagious illnesses. It may even be an outbreak in your neighborhood, your city, or your work environment, as if some situation related to collective health begins to affect you, and you feel that. You think, I need to protect myself. I need to be careful. I need to step away. And here, spirituality confirms, yes, do your part. Protect yourself. Observe. If possible, step away. Not because of paranoia, but because of intelligence. Not every place needs to be visited. Not every presence needs to be maintained. If there is an environment that clearly brings you discomfort or risk, and if you can avoid it, avoid it. If it is a place you can discard, discard it. If it is a mandatory environment, work, home, some unavoidable responsibility, then increase your protection, more care, more attention, more prevention. Because here the energy clearly shows that you already notice the risk before it happens. Your intuition warns you first. And when perception arrives before reality, ignoring it usually becomes expensive. The Bouquet card appears here as protection. You have good energy, you have spiritual support, but spiritual protection does not cancel responsibility. It walks together with action. So do your part. Take care of yourself. Preserve yourself. Your health and your peace must come first. Now there is an even deeper issue that touches directly on your self-esteem. You enter May living through a very important process, recovering the value you feel about yourself. And here we are not talking only about physical appearance. It is not about beauty, it is about capability. It is about looking at yourself and feeling, I can do this, I am capable, I can build the life I want, I can achieve more, I can grow. You are trying to strengthen that inside yourself. Maybe because at some point you felt too small in front of your own life. Maybe because you looked at your goals and thought they were still too far away. Maybe because you felt you needed to be stronger, faster, more decisive. There is a very strong inner pressure. You want to feel more personal power, more presence, more authority over your own story. You want to look at your life and realize that you are truly moving forward. Buying something important, organizing your stability, building wealth, creating the life you imagine. And that directly affects your self-esteem. Because self-esteem is also this, the value you believe you have, how much you believe you deserve, how much you believe you can achieve, and May places you exactly in this process. From the inside out, you are trying to accelerate. You look at yourself and think, I need to be faster. I need to chase harder. I need more strength. more courage, more fire in my eyes, as if inside there is this feeling that you are still moving too slowly toward what you want to conquer. And here spirituality answers clearly. You have the ability, you have the strength, you have the power. The problem is not lack of potential. It is preparation. You are still organizing inside yourself what will later appear outside. Change begins first in thought, in posture, in decision, and only after that in results. So respect this process. You are not late, you are maturing. And that makes all the difference, because when that key turns inside you, your whole life accelerates with it. Now the energy moves more strongly toward health, finances, and also everything you still carry as frustration inside your work life. And here, there is an important truth. You have been trying to stay strong for a long time, but strength does not mean ignoring your own exhaustion. Health appears again, and when a subject repeats this many times in a reading, it needs to be taken seriously. There is a clear need for recovery. It may be something physical. It may be accumulated fatigue. It may be colds, easily contagious issues, low immunity, emotional exhaustion that is already beginning to affect your body, or even that situation where worry itself becomes illness. Because sometimes it is not only a disease, it is the excess of problems, it is the pressure, it is the heavy environment, it is living around people who drain your energy and leave your body reacting as if it were in a battle all the time. There are people who talk to a certain person and their blood pressure rises. There are people who walk into a certain environment and immediately feel their body become heavy. And that is also health. Here, the whip card appears showing resistance. You are strong. You can handle a lot, but it also shows repetition, the same exhaustion, the same pattern, the same problem returning. And because of that, the advice is clear. Step away from what attacks your body. Protect yourself. Not every battle deserves your health. Not every person deserves your exhaustion. Not every environment deserves your presence. You need to prioritize yourself, because if you do not do that, no one else will, and may demands exactly that posture. Now, when we talk about money, there is a very practical reality happening. Your finances are strongly connected to necessity. Money comes in and quickly goes to responsibilities, bills, commitments, obligations, urgent things. Very little remains for pleasure. Very little remains for leisure. Very little remains for the things you would like to buy simply because you want them. And that bothers you, because sometimes it feels like you work only to keep everything functioning and never to truly live. But here, spirituality shows that this is a phase, not permanence. The Sun card appears showing strength. You have the ability to go through this. You are not lost. You are reorganizing. There is a huge difference between those two things. You are structuring, learning, holding yourself steady, planning, and that brings results. Little by little, maybe slower than you would like, but it comes. There is also a strong doubt involving one person and the impact they may have on your finances, especially for those living a romantic relationship. You ask yourself, will this person help me or bring me more problems? Will they be support or loss? Will they add to my life or pull me down? This doubt appears strongly, and here the advice is simple. Keep your mind firm on yourself. Do not place your stability in someone else's indecision. You have the ability to solve your own life. The key card shows exactly that. But a key standing still does not open a door. It needs your hand, your decision, your action. In other words, the solution exists, but it requires positioning. Now, for those looking for a new professional opportunity, the energy is good. There is a chance, there is an opening, there is an opportunity that catches your attention. Something appears and makes you think, this is worth looking at. This deserves more attention. The bouquet card speaks exactly of that. Opportunity, doors, possibilities. But here there is one important detail. For some, this opportunity looks perfect from far away. But when you get closer and look carefully, you notice details that change everything. Hidden conditions, requirements that are not so good, promises that were not exactly what they seemed. So yes, go after it. But investigate, ask questions, observe, do not fall in love only with appearances. Not every beautiful opportunity is truly good, but the chance exists. And it is worth looking at. Now, there is also an old frustration inside your work life, something that still lives inside your mind, a feeling that you could have done better, a lost opportunity, a decision that could have been different, a moment where you feel you did not give your best, and that still follows you. You look back and think, if I had acted differently, maybe my reality today would be different. That silent guilt becomes heavy. But here, the star card brings healing. You need to stop living trapped in what has already passed, not to ignore the lesson, but not to turn regret into a prison. You did what you could with the awareness you had at that moment. Today, you see things differently because today you are different. And that matters. Healing begins when you understand that you cannot change the past, but you can use the past to build a better future. And that is exactly what May wants from you. Less guilt, more direction, less weight, more movement, because your life cannot remain stuck inside an old version of yourself. Now we enter the most intense part of your reading, love. And here there is a very strong energy of wounds, possible reconciliation, and above all, time. Because love at this moment is not blocked, it is paused, and there is a huge difference between those two things. Let's begin by talking about an ex. If there is someone from the past who still occupies space in your heart, or you feel there is still something unresolved between you, the answer here is very clear. This person cares deeply about you. There is feeling, there is connection, there is desire to build something more solid. The ring card appears strongly, and it speaks exactly about that. Union, commitment, agreement, the desire for something stable. This person is not thinking only about something superficial. They are thinking about structure, about something real, about something that can last. But here there is one very important point. Wanting is not the same as doing. They want it. But they are still trying to understand how they will come toward you, how they will approach you, how they will reorganize everything that is still confused between you. In some cases, this person may even contact you during the month. There may be a message, a sign, an attempt to reconnect. And if that happens, the spiritual advice is clear. Go slowly. Do not jump in with your whole heart immediately. Not because there is no potential, but because there are still details that need to be observed. You need to look beyond emotion, beyond missing them, beyond desire. It is beautiful that this person wants this union, but you need to understand under what terms this union will come. What has changed? What is truly different? What is being promised? Will it actually be sustained? Because returning out of loneliness is one thing. Returning for real construction is something completely different. Here, the advice is maturity, conversation, observation. Keep the situation open, but without rushing. If this person is still emotionally blocked, allow space. If there is room for dialogue, keep that alive. Do not close doors because of pride, but also do not open everything without wisdom. Balance will be the key. Now, speaking about your love life as a whole, not only about an ex, there is something very strong. You are still in a healing process. You have already lived disappointments. You have already carried frustrations. You have already gone through situations that left real scars. And even if you are moving forward, part of that still lives inside you. You have not completely let go yet. There are still wounds that affect the way you surrender, the way you trust, the way you look at someone new, and that is natural. The Rider card shows that you seek something new, you seek renewal, you seek a new life, a new story, a new energy, but beside it comes the anchor, and the anchor says, you want something new, but you want security. You want change, but not just any change. You want something solid, something firm, something that does not arrive only as temporary excitement. You want stability. You want peace. You want to feel that it is worth it. And because of that, you move more slowly. Even wanting to live something beautiful, you observe first. You analyze, you feel, you test, because you do not want to repeat old pain. And that is not coldness, it is maturity. Now there is also a very strong wound between you and another person. It may be someone you already have a relationship with. It may be someone with whom there is history. It may even be someone who seems distant, but still carries a lot emotionally. The truth is that both of you are hurt. You are, and this person is too. Even if you look and think, but they were the one who was wrong. Even so, they also feel wounded. Sometimes because they believe you should understand them more. Sometimes because they feel they were not forgiven. Sometimes because they are trapped in their own guilt. The fact is, both of you carry weight. But here, there is an important revelation. This person is more hurt than you. They entered a kind of emotional freezing. You may feel them distant, cold, discouraged, as if they no longer want anything. But that is not exactly it. They are hurt. They are trying to recover peace. The Lily card shows exactly that need for pause, for silence, for inner reorganization. They need time, and that time will not be too long. The end of May already begins to show changes. June appears even stronger. This person will change a lot. They will open up more. They will come out of that emotional freezing, and that is valuable for those already in a relationship or waiting for reconciliation. Now, if you are single and thinking about meeting someone new, there is possibility. Yes, you can meet someone. Yes, something can happen. But here, there is a warning. The tendency is to meet someone who is also very hurt, a person who still carries pain, frustrations, emotional exhaustion, someone who has not yet fully found their own peace. In other words, two people trying to heal at the same time. That can create connection, but it can also create exhaustion. So the advice is not to close yourself. It is to move with awareness. Do not surrender too quickly. Do not place huge expectations too early, because sometimes the person is not bad. They are simply still in process, and so are you. The tarot closes your reading with two beautiful cards, the Lovers and the Sun, and that is powerful because it shows that yes, a good phase is coming. There is brightness, there is desire, there is closeness, there is love, there is a real possibility of living something beautiful. But before that, there is emotional digestion, there is healing, there is time. Especially during the first half of May, this energy of hurt still feels heavier. From the second half of the month onward, everything begins to soften. Things open, conversations improve, the energy changes. What seemed blocked begins to breathe again. So do not treat this moment as an ending. It is only a pause, a time to recover breath, because after that, your love life returns with much more strength. And when that happens, you will realize that the problem was never lack of love. It was only the lack of time for love to breathe properly.